like, man, first of all, shout out to Azealia Banks, you know, with her little, beautiful, ugly. You feel what I'm saying?
I didn't think that was funny. I thought that was rude. Like, let the girl have her baby.
So it looks like DC Young Fly doesn't even have time to properly mourn his partner and the mother of his kids, Jacky Oh, because he is busy dealing with one particularly disturbing lady named Azealia Banks and her nasty comments about Jacky Oh's demise. Can you imagine this girl mocking the tragically deceased media personality in order to get some sort of satisfaction? Well, let's dig into this story and find out how DC Young Fly replied to the Queen of Beef's inappropriate comments. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Celeb Live Channel. So the tragic loss of loved ones normally brings people together, but in the case of Jacky Oh, it only added to the fuel of the longtime feud between DC Young Fly and Azealia Banks. In a shocking turn of events, DC slammed Azealia for making fun of Jacky's demise, and as insiders say, it was so brutal that Banks basically spent the whole day in tears after that.
DC made that girl cry, man.
What I do? How I do it? No, tell her.
If you want to know the details of Banks' creepy behavior, buckle up because I'm getting started. So Azealia did something quite inappropriate when she took her beef with DC to her Instagram stories, and boy, what a wrong she had chosen for that. So as you know, a bit more than 2 weeks ago, wild and outstar, model, and YouTuber Jacky Oh lost her life at the age of 32, and boy, the circumstances of her demise are still being widely discussed on social media. The sudden demise of a popular YouTuber and model took the show business by surprise, and the amount of support Jacky's family and close ones received in this desperate moment was enormous, with messages and posts filling the social media, paying the tribute to the young star.
And a lot of stars, fans, and friends are posting about this.
However, there was one person who used this tragedy to make it all about herself, and that's Azealia Banks. Instead of supporting Jacky's partner DC Young Fly in this moment of grieving, she was kinda disrespectful both towards him, and even worse, she even brought up Jacky's name, adding more cringe to the whole thing.
Wait a second, do y'all like follow Instagram and stuff?
I bet she now regrets having an account on social media because you won't believe what creepy thing she had written there. And guys, don't expect a nice eulogy because her first story read, "Damn DC Young Fly spent years disguising his own deeply rooted hatred of self as jokes pointed at women's beauty. Say what you want about my tears. They were pure tears of rage and not at all a sign of weakness. Because in the end, I won." In the very same story, she added, "I'm happy, I cried and moved on. That Jacky Oh girl must have been so deeply insecure about herself." Apparently, Banks thought that this was all just a game, and she didn't even feel cringy posting this thing on her social media with 120,000 followers. I don't know what about you guys, but it seems to be that this girl has chosen very time to bring up the details of the feud between herself and DC, and this was the moment when she was supposed to be supportive and forget for a while about everything between them. But as some people believe, Azealia chose the perfect moment to wound DC Young Fly for that humiliation she said she had endured during the legendary episode of Wild and Out.
Honey, this is the ceiling.
You need to find your dentist. How you take your goddamn braces off but you kept the little middle part? Stupid ass girl.
It has happened in 2018, but apparently, Azealia Banks was so petty that she waited for 5 years to make a countermove and hurt DC Young Fly the same way he had allegedly hurt her. So apparently, she wanted to pin Jacky's demise on her partner DC, mentioning his disrespectful comments about women, which in her opinion had made Jacky Oh so insecure about her own body that she made a decision to undergo a surgery. It's now being largely speculated if Jacky's desire to get that perfect body could do anything with her mysterious demise. Well, Jacky had given birth to 3 kids, and in the own words, she wasn't satisfied with the state of the body after that. Considering her career as a model and media personality, it was crucial for this girl to look spectacular in bikinis and stop worrying about her imperfections.
Yeah, but then my weight started going back up, so I was like, okay, time to wrap the holiday seasons up. I gotta get my body back right.
So it's one thing when you're trying to accuse a grieving man of bullying his own partner, but Banks didn't stop at that point, and her second story was the pinnacle of cringe, because guess what? Azealia decided to bring up Jacky Oh's demise and even said that the timing of her passing away was not coincidental. She wrote that since the demise of DC's partner came exactly on Banks' birthday, that kinda implied that karma wanted to teach DC a lesson and tell him not to mess with Azealia. She wrote, and ironically, dead at 32, exactly on my 32nd birthday, May 31st, 2023, in Miami, Florida. You are going to learn to stop messing with me. The backlash for these stories followed immediately, and many people openly confronted Azealia for choosing the most inappropriate moment for her revenge. Some even called her a hypocrite, but the worst backlash she received came from DC Young Fly himself, and as it was mentioned by insiders, he swore to make this girl pay for the dirty words and Jacky Oh's memory. It seems like the whole social media is against Banks at this moment, and many fans also slam her in comments. Like this person wrote, "The fact that she's using the death of a loved one as an example of karma over a joke is sick." And another user added, "Azealia needs to grow up. Come on, holding that grudge grudge for that long and rejoicing someone's death. Ooh, cool, please. That's stupid. And guys, there are some of the polite and kinda nice comments because the whole industry is mourning the tragic loss of another young life, and everyone, except for Azealia Banks, seems to understand that this is a bad moment for stirring the mud. Making such a message to DC Young Fly and knowing that her stories might be seen by Jacky Oh's family. This was so not needed. But if you think that Azealia has any regrets, well, you don't know this girl well enough.
Maybe there's rebelliousness in me. No, you will not box me and you will not quiet me, so I'll...
Many people accused her of being truly crazy because she got clowned years ago by DC Young Fly, who made all these jokes about her just because it was his literal job on a show. And most importantly, she agreed to come there and even gave green light for that episode to be aired. As Nick Cannon, the host of Wild 'N Out, said, it's funny because she actually broke down. And I was like, yo, anything you don't want to air, let me know and we won't do it. Cannon added that Banks and her team were possibly ill-prepared for the format of the show, which sees comedians and guests roast each other. Azealia tried to defend herself in the following stories, saying things like, I don't think anyone gets how much the press from that episode. Probably Banks just missed the concept of the show, because it was implied that anyone could get clowned and her inner insecurities didn't allow her to take the jokes. And even she didn't like that experience. It still doesn't explain what does Jacky Oh had to do with her and DC Young Fly's problem, and why Banks included her name in her stories so many years after the show, leaving DC Young Fly outraged and ready to clap back.
I'm ready for whatever. You dig what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I ain't even really do nothing.
And I get his feelings because Jacky Oh has never in any feud with Banks, and bringing up a name of an innocent person is simply disgusting. But knowing that this lady is a queen of controversy, apparently she posted all this stuff intentionally with the idea of getting more hype.
I've always had this really weird obsession with being famous, when I was a kid.
Yikes. Whatever was on Banks' crazy mind when she was typing that cringe about karma, DC Young Fly couldn't stay silent, and it seems like more backlash is coming to find Banks' address, and maybe it will teach more things about what karma actually is. Because being so mean at such a tragic moment and even using the name of a deceased person to throw shade at someone you don't like is below any level. So far, DC Young Fly has thousands of other things to take care of now, apart from that feud with Banks and her grudges. And as he himself stated, he didn't even first believe that she could have posted such a horrible statement to make herself feel better.
Oh no, I thought it was playing. I thought all this was like playing, she's really just playing and is doing this for, no, it was dead serious.
Well, let's hope that Azealia won't be stupid enough to keep stirring this mud, because she is already covered with dirt of her own actions, and it may take a while to clear her name after this. Many fans believe that the girl had absolutely no sense of shame if she decided to get her revenge in such a pathetic and low move. As one person commented, she got in her feelings holding grudges 5 years. She made a terrible statement, nobody likes her. And another user added, so why haven't we canceled her? That fact, she is saying what she's saying about someone passing, she needs to go. Well, it was a totally disrespectful move from Azealia, and she received enough backlash for her actions. And what do you reckon? Is Azealia that mean that she used the demise of DC's partner to feel better about what had happened 4 years ago? And will she be canceled for such a horrible message about karma? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'm eager to know what you're thinking. And in the meantime, check my other videos about celebrities and their feuds. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned, and I promise to be back very soon